What's up, y'all? This is Chicken and Rice. I hope y'all are hungry because we have got one for y'all today. Okay, I'm Sean. This is Savon, and today we are going to be talking about dating apps. Okay, we're going to be talking about dating apps. All right, so I hope y'all ready. We got our gloves on today because we have two very different opinions about dating apps. All right. That's all I got for the introduction. That's the shortest introduction I have ever done on Chicken and Rice.
Yes, it
Okay.
is.
Without further ado, Mr. Juan, okay, in the blue corner, come on out and talk to us about
I'm in the
how.
purple corner. I'm in the purple corner.
Oh, my bad. My bad. In the purple corner, okay? The undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 20 wins, no losses. Okay? Come on now. Tell me about these dating apps and how you feel.
I feel like they are killing
Okay.
human interaction and the traditional. I just feel like they. Let me preface this. I don't think that there's anything wrong with them per se, but I'm on the side of traditional dating gets my vote. Traditional dating for the win over here. It's just they ain't it for me. It ain't it. It ain't it. It's too many. There's no substitution for human interaction. To me, I just think that that's a better way for me. For point one, personally, I can feel somebody. I'm a big energy person, so I can feel somebody's energy and tell if they full of shit, you know, or if they, if they are who they say they are, with just an interaction, tell if it's going to be a connection or not, you know. And you don't get that with dating apps initially, you know. And then for women, it's an issue of safety. Not to say that it's not an issue of safety, just with traditional dating. But historically, and times have changed. So I do understand that we now live in a technological society and world. But historically, traditional dating usually consisted of, somebody introducing you to a friend. Oh, you single? Oh, yeah, I got a friend that's single. Like, y'all need to meet, right? Or you meet somebody at church, meeting somebody at work, maybe a networking event. And because of the commonality that of relationships and you knowing, who they people are, or y'all have people in common, people would tend to be on their best behavior in dating situations. And the dating apps give too much anonymity for me. You can be whoever you are, whoever you want to be, not necessarily whoever you are. You can be whoever you want to be. Then it's also been a lot of catfishing. You can't catfish nobody in person. It's very hard to do that. And then aside within the catfishing, there has been a lot of men posing as women, or because I think you said you've had homeboys or whatever that have had that happen to them,
Right.
And it's like the dating apps are like the perfect situation for and set up for that to happen. I did a little bit of research. I came prepared. They had done studies, and they say that people who are doing online dating or using dating apps have lower self-esteem and self-confidence than people who don't use them, being because they are constantly subjected to rejection that they ordinarily otherwise wouldn't be subjected to. Then you got to deal with, you have people who the arrogance that comes with that sometimes, because you got so many choices out there. So it's like you don't know if you the only person or you just one of 50. Granted, yeah, you can do that in regular life, but it's going to be really hard to juggle multiple women in real life or multiple men in real life versus a dating app. You can literally set a date up for every day of the month, and then I'm just giving you all my ammo, just bang, bang, bang out the gate, right? Then the thing that I told you that that I had an issue with, I'm drawing a dang blank. What did I tell you? What was my initial issue? Well, you go ahead and give me your thing while I get my thought come back to me, because it just completely left my mind. My initial reason for not wanting the.
Well, hold on. Let me get some of this water, because you actually put out a couple of haymakers in there. So let me get some. Got me thirsty.
Mm-hmm. They rang the bell. We had to go back to our corners and rehydrate.
Let me rehydrate, because you actually did pretty good. Okay. I feel everything you just said. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not finna sit up here and say, you said obviously a lot of right stuff, especially concerning the dangers. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my thing. And this is something, I'm not changing up my energy. This is something that me and you have already discussed once before.
Okay. I remember my point. Let me jump in real quick. I remember. Okay. And so remember what kicked this off is they had done a study. And it was on the news. And I told you my dad and I had to discuss this. Yeah. That the dating apps weed out matches that could have possibly been your soulmate or a great match for you. And you weed them out because of people's preferences. Remember I told you about, like, if you have women that don't want to date a man that's under 6 feet tall, right? But her perfect match might be 5'10", but for the fact that you chose 6 feet, it weeds out all the people that are under there. But if you're out and about, you know what I'm saying, you're looking at dude and y'all have chemistry, the whole he's not 6 feet thing goes out the window, but you have a whole class of people, a whole, slew of people that don't even get a chance, don't even get looked at, don't even get an opportunity to put their bid in based on filtering. So that was my initial reason. And then after, for me being like, yeah, I'm not really a fan of the dating apps. And then of course, all of my other reasoning. So boom, that's all I had. Go.
Okay. Yes, I'm actually glad you made that point. As I was about to say, I have never once said that I am against the quote unquote traditional way. Okay. Mm-hmm. I never said that, and I never said it does not work. Okay. Mm-hmm. What I have always said from the beginning, keeping the same energy that I always keep, is use all of the tools that you have at your disposal. Mm-hmm. Use all the tools that you have at your disposal. Okay? Mm-hmm. Dating app is just a tool. Okay? And it can be a very powerful tool and a very useful tool used correctly. Okay? And you do have to walk into the dating apps with a little bit more discernment, okay, than you would have to do using the quote unquote traditional method. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, listen, I use the quote unquote traditional method. So I am not, saying that I have not used that. But I tell you what, when I started using dating apps, I have to admit, I get kind of excited, okay? And I can only tell you about me and myself, okay? As I was pointing out to you when we talked about this last week, you probably would not know it to look at me now, but actually, I have trouble, approaching and speaking to women of the opposite sex. Okay.
Well, women would be the opposite sex.
Yes. Right. You're right. Yeah. Yes, yeah, them, right?
Them.
So, as I was explaining it to one of my cousins of mine, we talked about it on Sunday. I said that when I talk to a female, I have to clench my butt cheeks to make sure a fart don't come out. Okay, that's how nervous I get. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so when you walk into that dating app world, I mean, to me, it's a mute. All it is a mutual meeting spot. You know what I'm saying? It's a mutual meeting spot. Okay, you send out a swipe right or a heart or whatever. Okay, they send you some hearts. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it, you keep what you keep what you want to keep, want to explore, you want to speak to, and the rest you don't even deal with. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Just
ready to,
okay.
I'm ready
That's
to go.
which is not really too much more different than the traditional way.
Well, it's a lot different.
No,
Yeah.
it is not.
Yeah.
No, it is. No, it is
So,
not. Go ahead.
to me, it feels a little bit of phoniness in there because you can't talk to a woman, or you're a little shy or whatever when it comes to approaching a woman traditionally.
Mm-hmm.
So when you on a dating app, you're pretending to be confident.
I don't think I'm pretending to be confident. Okay. All I do is upload a profile. Okay. I'm not lying on my profile. I put
But I
on
don't
there.
know what I'm getting. I don't know that you're shy from a dating a dating app. I don't know that you're shy. So what am I into shy guys?
I don't necessarily want you to know that.
But see, if I met you in person, traditionally, the traditional way, then now I know I can tell that you're shy.
The traditional way, there may not even be a conversation, period.
Well, then that means you need to. That's something else that I feel that you would need to work on. Because if you can't even approach me in person, then for me, I'm going to be concerned about, well, what does that mean during a relationship? If you're shy to even approach me in person, then like what follows that? Which brings up another interesting point for me with dating apps. Right?
Here we go.
You brought up another thing. So you are, you're shy, kind of shy. You've come out your shell a lot. But because you're shy and you're on the dating app, so essentially what you're kind of doing is waiting for women to come to you. So women approach you on said dating app, correct?
That can happen, yes.
Right. Or any man, right? And I'm a more traditional person, correct? So for me, I have always felt and will always continue to feel that things are supposed to go a certain way. And we've had this conversation before. In order for things to in a relationship to balance out, if you will. One of those things that I don't get with and I don't subscribe to are women approaching men, are women asking men out, or women making the first move. That's just not for me personally. That's just traditionally, that ain't it for me. Because I feel like that sets up the dynamic of your relationship and it puts the woman as head of household almost, because now she's put herself in a dominant position and she's become alpha and the man becomes beta in those situations. And so, and I feel the same way traditionally, even if it's traditional, I feel the same way about a woman asking a man out. I just feel like there's a certain way that things are supposed to go, the same way that the Bible says a man takes on a wife. I think that should always flow through to dating. Because if I'm asking you out, then it's like I feel like I'm taking the man's role. And to put it in perspective, hell, if I'm, asking you out, am I going to ask you to marry you? Would you be okay with a girl dropping to her knees and asking you for your hand in marriage?
No.
Because to me, that's what it equates to in my mind. when a woman asks a man out. It's like basically like she proposing to you.
You taking it too far.
I'm not taking it too far. That's what it looks like to me. That's what it looks like to me. When a woman is asking a dude out, it's like you are assuming, because men are supposed to be hunters, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so when a woman asks you out, she hunting your ass. So you allowing yourself to be hunted by a woman. You're supposed to be the hunter in the relationship.
But I am hunting. I'm a fisher. Exactly. If as a matter of fact.
How are you hunting if she asking you out? She sought you out. You didn't seek her out. She took you on. You didn't take her on. Like it says, the man takes on a wife, not the wife takes on a husband. So you taking her, she's asking you out. She's putting herself in the dominant position by asking you out or approaching you. That's what men are supposed to do.
Hold on. Mm-hmm. I'm the one that sent out the request. You know what I'm saying? And then they have to respond back.
No. I got that. But you said it also goes the other way. Sometimes they send you a request.
Yes.
Right? And it makes it a lot easier for women to do that on a dating app, which is another reason that I ain't with it.
But that don't necessarily mean that the woman is going to take the alpha role, because if there's no speaking, or you hit that red X, then it's done anyway. Okay.
Well, duh. If there's no relationship, of course. That's just common sense. But I'm just saying, if she sends out a request and you accept it, then yeah, she has already asserted herself over you because she asked you out.
What?
Yes.
No. It's two people meeting in a common place.
Right, but the man should. I'm traditional, very traditional in that when it comes to men and women, the man should be the one asking the woman out.
And I don't disagree with that.
But if a girl is sending you a request and you're interested, and that means she is, and I think that sets the tone for the relationship.
No.
I don't. You don't think so?
I have to disagree.
I can give you some examples. I won't do it on here, but I'm gonna give you some examples when we jump up off of here. I'm gonna give you some examples.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, you've been sitting on this one for a minute.
I don't know. It's popping into my head now because I'm like, now I have examples of this. I ain't gonna put your business out in these streets, but I some examples that I am going to share with you where the tone has been set.
Okay. Well, we'll have that. We'll have that sidebar conversation after the show. Because I don't mind. Bring something to my attention.
Yeah.
Okay. But more times than not, okay, I do not hit, what I'm saying, that like button on the women that are necessarily pursuing me. That does not happen all that often. If I'm being quite honest with you, if I don't make first contact, then they don't. You know what I'm saying? My inbox is not flooded, okay, with girls waiting for me to accept or reject.
Right.
Okay. That's not. You know what I'm saying? That's not how it is. You know what I'm saying? But normally, normally in my experience, now I've only been doing this for a little while. Normally, I'm scrolling through. Oh, she looks nice. Boom. You know what I'm saying? And then I look at my phone. Oh, she responded. Okay. Well, let's see how this chatting thing going. Okay. And then after we chatting, then we're gonna have to have some kind of FaceTime or video call because I need to make sure that you are in fact a woman. You know what I'm saying?
That just takes too much time. Who got time for all of it?
You would have to take that much time. This is you know what I'm saying? We discerning right now.
But I can discern your ass if I meet you in person. I can immediately I ain't gotta waste time chatting. I ain't gotta waste time for you to respond to me and me respond back to you and all this other stuff. Then I can look at you and tell that you are a man, in your case, a woman. I can feel if there's some chemistry there initially with our initial meeting. And if I ain't feeling it, cool.
You can do the same thing in the digital world. And in fact,
yeah, but it takes you how long to get to a point where
you're world, it happens faster. All that process is done faster.
How is that faster? If you talking, you just said that you got to send out a request.
Yeah.
Wait for said girl to respond.
Mm-hmm.
If you in the real world and the traditional way, you've already seen her. The interaction is right there. You see said girl, you walk up to her. She's either interested in you or not. When she's interested, y'all strike up a conversation right there. She'll either give you her phone number or she won't. With just a few minutes of conversation, you can tell whether or not, I don't really like her conversation. Her conversation ain't that good. I'm really not that interested as like I thought I was. It ain't no waiting on her to respond, and we got to send messages back and forth for a little while until we feel comfortable enough.
But you can also determine your interest in the way the text message as you receive the messages and the tone.
Yeah, possibly, maybe not.
I don't see. I don't see I see the same process happening.
No, I don't, because you can send me a text message. I can send you. We could be in a exchange on text message. I can say okay to you, right? 2 letters, O and K.
Oh, and K.
And the way I send it, you can receive it totally different. You can receive it as though I'm being sarcastic or I'm being dismissive or nonchalant. You can receive it a totally different ways.
That same miscommunication can happen in the real world as well.
Not if we are face to face and having a traditional conversation. How are we gonna misconstrue face to face conversation? However, okay comes out of my mouth, you know exactly how I mean it. Not with the text. Then you can misconstrue what or just completely just misconstrue what I'm saying, or the way that I meant 2 letters. It can cause a whole bunch of drama because of the way that you read the text and the tone that you read the text in.
Okay, I'm not saying that you're wrong. Okay, that's no. I agree. Okay, but I'm just saying, just like you can misconstrue something in the digital world. Okay. You can misconstrue things in the real world.
Absolutely.
I know that is a fact because I have done it. Okay.
Well, Sean, you in a whole category.
Wow.
Sean, you in a whole category by yourself. You in your own lane, Sean. You in your own lane. There's nobody else out there like Sean.
That's a fact.
You are one of a kind.
That's a fact. I have yet to find. You'll never find in the real or digital world.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead and say something then. Go ahead.
You will not find nobody.
Okay.
Real or digital.
Okay, come on, brother
like
Sean.
Your boy, Big Sean.
Come on, brother Sean.
Brother Sean.
I think you might have just said something. I think Brother Sean just said something to y'all. I hope y'all received that.
You didn't think it, sweetheart. You said it. It's a okay. This is
go on and preach to the people.
Okay.
Let them know. Let them know.
I mean, we could do the benediction really right now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Drop your mic. Drop your mic.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? I would drop this water bottle, but I'm afraid water will splash all over the place.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
No.
Yeah.
But yes. we said all that to say I am a rather unique individual. I tend to take a couple of you know, courses that are a little unorthodox. Okay.
A little unorthodox.
And no, I don't always get the desired outcome. Okay.
Facts.
But I do. I take the course that feels comfortable and feels right to me.
I can get with that.
Because it feels true to me. Okay. And I do okay, listen, this whole dating app thing, it has not been perfect. Okay, we'll just say mistakes have been made. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mistakes have been made. Okay. But you just do better. Okay. And you learn to detect some things earlier on. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you don't either, you know what I'm saying? So you don't keep on going in that same direction. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's a learning curve. Just like everything else. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying I'm not saying don't use this in lieu of. I'm saying add it to. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a tool. Okay. Please use all your tools. Okay.
At your disposal.
Huh?
I won't be using that one. I mean, I'm not dating. But
look, I hope you don't ever have to use
it. God forbid I was out there dating. It just would not be an option for me.
Look.
It just wouldn't be.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily would like to use it, and I was against it when the idea was proposed to me, but you know, I just came to the conclusion of why not.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, nothing else was popping up, so why not use a tool?
Yeah, I think it creates lazy daters. Lazy date. I think the success stories aren't as great as people try to make them out to be, you know. And I think then you have, you know, what 14% or whatever it is, 17% that are success stories. And then success is relative. It depends on what you consider success. Is getting into a relationship success. And then when you get into said relationship, are you successful if y'all have been together for 6 months, a year? I mean, are you successful if y'all got married? You know, so it just kind of depends on who you're asking. But people will take those that the percentage of people that have had success with dating apps and just give it a one size fits all. Because they were successful, I'm going to be successful now. And it's just like, that's just not, because that's usually what people will regurgitate back to me. Well, so-and-so, my friend's brothers, sisters, cousins, best friend met somebody on a dating app and they got married and they've been married now and they got 2.5 kids and a white picket fence. Well, good for them. But that is not the norm on dating apps, you know? And so, and again, I'm not against it. I don't think that it's something wrong with it, but I just think that traditional is better, in my opinion, than the technological way. I just think that it's better. You know, for me, I'm a person that's not going to, just to show you how traditional I am, I'm not going to do self-checkout when I go into a store. I don't work there. So I ain't doing self-checkout. That's not my thing, you know, and it's a bigger thing. I want the traditional way. The self-checkout is taking away jobs. So now the person that got an attitude because they're having to ring me up won't be there next week when they realize, okay, we got all these self-checkouts now, so we have no need for cashiers anymore. You know what I'm saying? That's the way that I think. I like the traditional way. of checking out. You know, I put my stuff on the conveyor belt. You check it out, put it in the grocery. We have an interaction, you know, and I get my stuff and I go on to my car and go on home, as opposed to me looking at a computer screen and having to do the shit myself. Because again, I don't work there. So I'm not going to buy them and bag them. That ain't happening. I don't do that. I mean, no, I don't bag my own groceries. Mm-mm. Not that girl. Like I said, I don't work there. And so, but that's my way of thinking. You know, I like the tradition. I like tradition. I do. And I'm also a person that doesn't care for change. I don't like change all that much. I fight change tooth and nail. I'm like, if it's working, why are we trying to remix it or whatever? So traditional has been working. So I don't understand why you got to get on the app and swipe left or right. I just get your ass out there and go like you were going out to like the little place to listen to music and stuff like that. Do that. Mm-hmm. Go out, because remember the traditional way you went to the concert or whatever, mm-hmm. you know, and you meet people. And so I just think you should do more of that. And I think it's also good for your mental health when you go out and about and you're out of the house and you're not stuck in the house. Because in my mind, this is going to sound crazy, but in my mind, I'm imagining some creepy, nerdy dude, you know, with a dating app, and he's like, he's swiping left and right. You know, that's what I imagine. Some perv in their bedroom, you know, with their drawers on, they shirt off, just looking at girls and swiping left. That's what my very imaginative mind view. That's what I picture. So I hope that's not you. I hope you're not in your drawers.
Okay, well, first of all, okay, I am nerdy. Okay. Yeah. But not okay. And not all nerds are perverts. So I have to put that out there. You know what I'm saying? And then
no, I don't think all nerds are perverts. But I'm saying I just imagine a perverted nerd. I'm not saying that all nerds are and he ain't even gotta be a nerd. He could just be a freaking pervert in his drawers and no shirt on, swiping left and right. You know what I'm saying? But that's immediately, I don't know, that's where my mind goes when you say dating. I don't know. But anyway, go ahead, continue.
But so but then you came up with a whole bunch of numbers and how the numbers and the percentages are bloated and all that other kind of stuff. I listen, I ain't got no numbers for you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no numbers, no percentages. I ain't got no success stories. Okay?
You haven't had a success story yet, have you, from the dating app, have you?
It all depends on what you consider success.
Okay. Don't try to take my stuff.
It all depends on what you consider success, okay?
Okay, well, if you don't even know what success is, then why are you even on the dating app?
If success is things
what is success in your eyes? Let me see. What's your definition of success? Marriage?
That would be the ultimate goal, okay? But
did you meet your ex on the dating app, or did you meet your ex traditionally?
I met her traditionally.
I met my husband traditionally. I just wanted to just put that out there.
Okay.
I met my husband traditionally. Yeah. Well,
okay. I met my ex traditionally.
Yeah. Okay. It works. And
I'm single now.
Yeah. Okay. But if success was marriage, no. But if success was measured by getting married, you were successful. Have you even gotten a commitment from your dating apps yet? Have you?
No.
Have you become exclusive with anyone?
No.
Okay, I'm just asking questions. These
It's
are just
just
questions.
it's just a way of meeting it's just a way of meeting people. Okay.
You can meet people. You just trying to get friends on the app? Like what? What are we doing here? I'm confusion. What are
Now
we doing?
it's the same thing as traditional way. Okay. You have to meet up, like you said. You have to make sure there's something there. Okay. Sometimes.
Traditionally, I ain't on no. I ain't just
Mhm,
meeting people just for friends. If I'm on a dating app,
mhm.
I'm trying to date. Like I'm trying to,
Okay.
I'm looking for a mate. I
Okay.
ain't on there no date. I wouldn't be on no dating app looking for no friend.
I,
I
I,
ain't looking on no date just looking to meet people. Like this is a friendship app.
I would agree. Okay. You got social media for that. If that's what you want to do, okay. But every time you meet somebody on the app, it don't always work out.
Mm-hmm.
Don't. Just like in the real world. You
Mm-hmm.
want to go out on a date and then you realize you're sitting there eating, and then during the meal, you're sitting there and you're like, you know, I really don't want to be here. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I've had that experience with the traditional way, and I've had that experience with the digital way.
But traditional, you have 1 point, and the dating app, the technological way, you have 0 points.
It's zero across the board.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
So what's the ultimate goal? So you don't know what your goal is. So you just dating to be dating then, because you don't have a goal in mind. What's the goal when you're dating?
I have a goal in mind
What's your goal?
to be married.
Okay, so you got married the traditional way, right?
Yes.
Okay, so traditional 1, technology 0. Like I don't understand what's. Oh, child.
Oh man.
It's like pulling teeth. It's like pulling. Where is Duke? Where is Duke? Let me get Duke up in here so he could talk to you. Because
You are you are silly. You are silly. Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just living my life.
Okay.
Just trying to live my life.
Like I said, I've I've met, but I would feel like I've met more people on the dating app. Okay.
Well, shit. Well, duh.
They just hadn't worked. They just hadn't panned out.
Yeah, I mean, when you have 300, what they said is 306 as of 2022, it's 366 million people on dating apps.
I have no.
So I
I
mean,
don't know the numbers.
like I said, I did my research. He did my research. So it's 366 million people on dating apps. So duh, you have like a whole boatload of people at your disposal on a dating app. You're not going nowhere where you're going to be meeting 366 million people at one time anywhere in life. You know what I'm saying? So you have so many people there. It's just choices overload, which could also be problematic. It's too much stimulation. I'm not team dating app. God forbid I ever have to be on I will not be on no dating app. So God forbid I'm ever single. Fellas, don't look for me on no dating app, because I promise you I'm not gonna be on there. Look for me at the club or the bar. Not really at the club, because I'm not no club girl, but look for me at, a nice restaurant or church, maybe a concert, the mall, because I love to shop. Look for me in those places. Don't look for me on no dating app, because I ain't got the time.
I can't say that I'll be in a mall so much, or maybe a restaurant.
A restaurant? Your comic book, don't you go Comic Con? What is it called? Comic Con or something? Was it Comic Con?
Yes.
Yeah. You can meet somebody there. And not only could you meet somebody there, it'll be somebody who also shares your interest.
See, here's the problem with the Comic Cons, right? The problem the problem with the Comic Con,
everybody dressed up in them weird ass
no
anime costumes, or was it cosplay? And that what it's called?
Cosplay. No, I actually think cosplay is cool. What I don't like about Comic Cons or the comic book industry as a whole is one race is predominantly, is predominant over all the others. It's hard to find Black people that are into comics, especially Black women. Okay? Now, if I find a Black woman that's in the comics, okay, now we can do something then. You know what I'm saying?
So you would not date out of your race?
I really don't want to. I rather stay with the Black.
Okay. That's going to bring us into the next episode. So I wanted to.
Yeah. I rather stay.
So when you're on the dating app,
yeah,
you didn't give us a hard no. You said you don't want to. So that means that leaves the possibility, of them open. But when you're on the dating app, if you're not with, so you filter out other races. You filter out, I only want to date, Black women, right? Mm-hmm. So what if your soulmate is a white woman or an Indian woman, an Asian woman? You have now weeded out all of those women based on, but if you were out and about, maybe at Comic-Con, it might be, a white lady there that, might, pique your interest. And you're like, you know what? You never would have come across her on a dating app.
Yeah, but they ain't nothing like a Black woman though.
I know that. I know we are top tier, baby. You understand? Top shelf.
There's nothing like a Black woman. Okay?
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And if I could have woman magic, okay, that like comic books, okay, you know what I'm saying? I'll shut everything down. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But that's hard to find.
But you got to get out there and look. You probably ain't gonna find her. You might be, maybe you can find her on a dating app. Y'all got all them filters. Maybe you can filter it down to. Maybe you can. Maybe that's where it'll come in handy. You can find that unicorn. that needle in the haystack. You can find her there on the on your dating app. Yeah. That's what you just need to work on, your filters. That might be your problem. You're not filtering enough.
Mm-hmm. It could be.
But anyway, we gonna have to go ahead and cut this off. We gonna do an episode. We gonna analyze Sean's one of Sean's dates, and I want to. Oh, this is gonna be so much fun to see what did you do wrong. And it won't just be what you did. It'll be what you did right, and where I can give you some pointers from somebody who dated thoroughly throughout her college years. Yeah.
You do know I've been on dates before, right?
I know that, Sean, but you like I said, you got your own lane over here. So yeah, you've been on dates, but you've been on dates as Sean. We need you. Who else am I going on dates as? I don't know. We need you to go on dates as, I don't know, somebody else. I don't know. We're gonna analyze them.
No,
we're gonna analyze them. Sean, it's Jonathan. Remember?
Oh, we doing Sean all day long.
We're gonna analyze some of Sean's dates and see what when he bobbed when he should have weaved. Yeah. I'm gonna work on Sean. I'm gonna wear him down, and and we're gonna try to have him married by within the next 5 episodes. So
happened?
Anyway,
What happened?
we've been out here long enough.
Yes.
We have a really good next episode coming.
Yes.
One of our cousins is going to join us again, and it's going to be a really good conversation and a needed conversation, and a conversation I think a lot of people have questions about. So I'm not going to give it away, but
don't do it.
Definitely want to tune in for that next episode, because it's going to be real good. So with that, we are going to end so I can read Sean for Filth off of this here app.
Sean finna get some dinner. I don't know about what she talking about.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. They got an app for that too.
They do.
They got an app for everything.
And I'm finna jump right on that bad boy too.
Yeah, not the traditional way, like cooking. We use the app and the traditional way of getting in our cars and going.
Woo! So anyway, good night, family. Okay, we hope you got full tonight. All right.
Yeah.
That is the one in the purple corner, Big Sean in the black corner. We will see y'all next week.